Paulo. The Friday, Saturday for the Sao Paulo E-Prix in Brazil came to an end on Saturday, and the race was quite eventful, which gives the top three a 5:10 finish, which was massive for the race. It's one of the best tussle best finishes in ePrix cars, especially on the third generation cars. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as Formula One Column Africa. My name is Ashfeso Luadamlari. I'm a mechanic. Let's go. On Friday, the practice one and practice two of the ePrix was quickly downloaded, and it was run down with different shake-ups, especially on a new track. That was the first time they were racing in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it was very eventful. That track was normally the track that's used for their festival, and they were able to convert it for the ePrix, and it has the longest straight. Before the race, we were thinking, how will they be able to cope with the long straight with save energy, save battery, a lot of things, but it was all done. Even 4 laps were added after the race, because they had a quite eventful race. And Formula E is quite different from Formula One, except for the point accounted the same. But when you have a pole position in the Formula E, you have a 3 point on for the pole position. And on Saturday afternoon, Tofel Van Dorn got the pole position from Da Costa. He was able to race himself out, and he got the pole position, which was his first pole position this year. Remember, he's the defending champion, and I don't see him winning this year, because since Mercedes quit Formula E to focus on their Formula One, Stoffel Van Dorn, that won for Mercedes last year, had to move to DS Penske, an All-American team. So this is his first pole position this year, and the first pole position for DS Penske this year. Though they came fighting, because they've been really working hard, get their car working well. But it was all good for them. It was a very good qualifying for them. In some of our series on Formula E, we'll be telling you about the qualifying, a lot of things about Formula E, like we give you shots on Formula One, so shots on Formula E 2 will be coming up, and I know you will enjoy it. So we'll be giving you a lot of that as a surprise for you guys. So during the race, Pascal Wehrlein is the driver championship leader. Stoffel Van Dorn was on pole, and Philippe Da Costa was also in the race. The first lap was chaotic, getting Nato out of the race, which put Nato out of the race. Second lap, third lap, the first opening laps were chaotic, and the race went on. And in Formula E, if you are leading a Formula E race, it's different from Formula One. That does not mean you are going to win the race. You might lead for half of the race, and you still don't win the race, because majorly when you are behind the leading car, you are able to save more energy and to also attack in Formula E. Stoffel Van Dorn was able to stay ahead for a long time, but he was running 2% lower than the others on the grid as they were running. So at the point, he had to stay back, but he had used up most of his energy. 2% in Formula E is big, is huge. So on him catching up, he was unable to get himself ahead. So he came in fifth in the race, and Mitch Evans of Jaguar Racing, and it was a good race for the Jaguar team, because the Jaguar electric engine came first, second, third, and 10th. So it was a good race for between the Jaguar TCS Racing and Vision Racing. On Saturday, they really battled themselves, and Mitch Evans came out winning the race, while Nick Cassidy came up second, and Sam Bird came up third, and he also came up with the fastest lap. Sam Bird tried everything he could to overtake Nick Cassidy to take up second, so as for them to come up 1-2, but Nick Cassidy held on, because they are using the same powertrain. He was able to hold on, to hold him back, and come home second. Like I said, Sam Bird won the fastest lap of the race, which gives him 1 point. The point sharing in Formula E is just the same as that of Formula One. So it's from the 25 point to 18 point to 15 to 12 to 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1 for the 10th. So and that was it. That was how it went. Pascal Wehrlein was able to win the driver of the day, and also in the Formula E Saturday, there were 114 overtakes. That is massive. 114 overtakes that day. It shows you how great and how developing Formula E has been, and the changes they are making, the setup they are making, and it shows that there are lots of technology going into it, and there are lots of great things are happening. And in Formula E, you can harvest energy back as you're racing. You just need to hold the shift paddles. Like we've been saying, most of this technology on Formula One, Formula E, and all these Formula cars are going into a everyday car for technological developments and new opportunities, and the cars to be more faster, to be more better. So in Formula E, as you're racing, you are holding your shift paddles to be able to get energy back into the car. And most the engines in Formula E, the transmission system, are having only one speed transmission, and on the normal conventional cars, we are already having 2 speed, and only I think it's only on the Mercedes I've heard the 3-speed transmission. Even on Rimac is a 2-speed transmission with the inverter. I think lots of great things are coming in Formula E, and I hope we'll be able to catch up in Africa as we keep developing, and we bring different opportunities into the market, and we're able to bring Formula E racing into Nigeria. Like I said, Formula E is great now, and the new championship format for Pascal Wehrlein to be leading. There are changes on the grid almost every race. It shows how powerful and how great the direction of Formula E is going to. Also, I think there are still lots of technology that needs to be brought into the racing and into a everyday car, and I know they are working tooth and nail to get that done. Great things are happening in Formula E. The next 2 races will be coming in Berlin. We post the updates for you, and for you to catch up with the current positions, the current timing. Check. You can see them on our page, and you can follow, you can pause, and you can see them on our page. Thank you. Now, in our last video, I told you we are working tooth and nail to bring Formula E to West Africa, Nigeria to be precise. I want you to join us, to come on board, see what you can do, how you can come in to make this a reality. It is real. We want to bring it, Formula E, and we are bringing Formula 1 in the next 5 years. In the next 2-3 years, we're bringing Formula E. In the next 5 years, we're bringing Formula 1 to West Africa. This is to increase the technical know-how and to make sure we Africans are not left behind in the sport. You're part of the sport, you're part of the development, and you're right in it. Thank you. Bye.